personally, if anything?
Another opportunity to go out, my team, and secure a win.
What about the return to Dallas? What does that mean to you?
Obviously, I was there the last 7 years. Got a bunch of friends, bunch of guys over there. It's gonna be a special moment, but at the end of the day, we're going to Dallas to play football, so we're locked in on that.
Think it's going to be weird going into the visitors' locker room? Bit
Not
odd
necessarily.
No?
Not necessarily, because at the end of the day, this is home. So, bringing it home back to Dallas. So, I'm looking forward to it.
What is the biggest challenge, LC, of Micah Parsons?
He's a hell of a player. He's young. He's got juice. He's got energy. That defense kind of goes as he goes, and they look to do a lot of things with him. I remember Micah coming in as a rookie and kind of helping him on his pass rush moves, telling him how to do certain things. So from that standpoint, he's a talented player.
When last season ended, did you think you'd be playing in Dallas this year?
Honestly, I thought about a lot of different things, but to be back here with Frank and to get coached, by a great offensive line coach, somebody that also played the position, was big for me. I got to that point in my career to where I felt like I wasn't getting the things that I needed, and coming here was definitely the reason why.
What things do you think you needed? You mean coaching-wise?
At this stage in my career, any player wants to be coached and wants to be coached hard and wants that feedback. So I think Frank does a great job at that. Obviously playing a position, he knows, it's all about, the Johnny and Joe's, not the X's and O's. You know what I mean? So, it's one of those things.
When you realized that that you wouldn't be playing in Dallas this year, was it tough, or did you view it as a new opportunity and an exciting next step?
It was definitely viewed it as a new opportunity, fresh start for me, and being able to choose where I got to go was huge.
How did you think week one went for you?
I think it was okay. I think it was solid. I think obviously when I watch the tape, I'm my biggest critic. So, there's a lot of things that I want to do. I feel like I'm finally getting my football pad legs up under me, and everything is starting to turn over.
What was the biggest improvement? Because Brian Callahan was saying that he noticed a big improvement in that second half. What did you feel more comfortable with in the second half as opposed to maybe the first quarter?
Obviously, it was just we settled in. But when you look at this team, you look at our offense, nobody blinked. We all know, our defense did a hell of a job and kept us in that game, and we went out there and did what we had to do to come back and give ourselves a fighting chance. And the biggest thing was just settle in and play ball.
You confident of a quicker start this week?
Absolutely. Every week we want to start fast, but sometimes it doesn't happen that way. So you got to be able to stay neutral through it all. The ups and downs, can't really get too high, can't really get too low. So yeah, I feel very confident.
Being familiar with Parsons, do you talk to your guys and give them any tendencies or tips, or do they ask you, or what's that like?
They're studying tape just like me. We study tape together and we talk about things together. So, he's just another opponent. At the end of the day, just another opponent. We got to go out and execute the game plan.
Is he using the stuff that you taught him?
Absolutely, no doubt about it. I think he's spoken about it before, but he's definitely taking the next step.
What do you think it's going to be like a chess match with him? What's he gonna? What do you think he'll? Do you think he'll use the stuff that you taught him, or what do you think? Do you think it's?
I think he's coming to his own. I think he's really starting to get a feel for, resting off the edge. He knows what he wants to do. He's still very raw, but super talented. He's just, one thing about it. it's a physical game. You know, this ain't sitting at a table playing chess or checkers. You know, it's more about who gonna hit who first.
When you walk out on that field, will there be hugs and handshakes with Micah, guys like that, or is it going to be all business and you'll catch up with guys after?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't even thought that far, honestly. I'm so locked in on the game plan. I mean, I talk to a lot of those guys all the time, so it's not like I haven't spoken to them since I left.
Did you hear that Jerry watched all your tape from Sunday?
No, I didn't hear that.
Okay. What
What does that mean?
He said he watched every snap you had on Sunday.
That's cool.
What's your relationship like with Jerry?
That's cool, man. I mean, I'm very grateful for Jared. I mean, he's a phenomenal owner. And he changed my family's life, for generations. And I'm forever thankful for that. Forever thankful for the opportunity that he gave me and believing in me. I was there 7 years, and the whole Jones family. I'm forever grateful for them.
You guys all know what this business is, but is there still, when a team, they didn't cut you, but when they don't re-sign you, is there still that little bit of wanting to show them that, hey, I'm still the guy?
I mean, I've been carrying a chip on my shoulder since day one. So for me, it's all about just going out and being me, not trying to be nobody else, not trying to be something I'm not trying to, necessarily rise to an occasion and nothing like that. It's just more so about going out and doing what I'm coached to do, going out and playing as a unit, as five. So, that's what it's all about.
What's it going to take to remove that chip?
Shit, nothing. Yeah, man, it's always going to be there. A true competitor gonna always have it. You gotta have it. That's the only way you're gonna be able to thrive in this game. You gotta always have that chip and always be continuing to getting better, looking, trying to find ways to get better.
Did you give the defense a scouting report on Cooper Rush?
We talked a little bit, but those guys, man, they let them line up and do what they do. When they all on the same page. It's a hell of a defense. We got a hell of a defense. So I'm very confident in them knowing what they need to do to go out there and do what they got to do.
What is your impression of Rush? You've been in a huddle with him. What's your impression of him?
He's definitely a quality player, great guy, and he's there for a reason. He can go out there and do some special things. So. Just like any opponent, you got to make sure you're ready to go.
How much of a difference do you see in the Blue Jays game compared to when he was in Dallas?
A more mature guy. Obviously, not saying he wasn't mature, but just very fine-tuning the details and what he's got to do, and things like that. But he's a hell of an athlete. He's always been that. Hell of a competitor, always been that. But definitely a leader in his locker room.
Thanks, LC.
LC,